Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start this lesson off by giving all the honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahaha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutation to the hopeful elect that are out there diligently pushing His word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. It's your brother Kazak Tezabah coming at you once again through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and to the point. So I had just come across this article entitled Rand Paul warns of war in the streets coming from Trump verdict. All right, this is from Zero Hedge, released today, Monday the 3rd at around 4:20 a.m. Okay, so as you know, this is this ties in perfectly to what was the movie Civil War. Okay, and how if you haven't watched the movie, first I mean I highly encourage you do. Okay, because there are a lot of key takeaways. Now it does go off in most aspects, but chew up the meat, spit out the bones. Okay, but the scene when they were driving off in their trucks, and they pretty much got pulled over by some mercenaries, some alleged military guys, okay, that was dumping bodies. Okay, and what happened was they were pretty much they had to make a decision. All right, they had to make or not a decision, but they were asking them, are you American? Are you American? And they pretty much would just go down the line, and the first one that came out of line, and it wasn't American, was deleted. They shot him right there on the spot. Okay, and one of the catching phrases of that movie was, well, what kind of American are you? All right, which clearly distinguishes two separate sides. Okay, and what we're witnessing with this whole Trump thing, okay, this can very well spark a civil war in Babylon, all right, in America, okay, due to the verdict, due to the outcome of what these lawyers intend to do to this man, okay, which will tie perfectly into prophecy, all right, pursuant to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, and I'm going to bring it out. But I want to read a little bit of this article, okay, and then we'll end it on some precepts. So it reads, GOP Senator Rand Paul has warned that the fallout of the weaponization of the justice system against Donald Trump could lead to war in the streets. Okay. Also, if you go back and watch the movie Bushwick, if you ever get a chance, I forget where it's aired, but the last I remember it was on either Prime or Netflix. Okay, so if you have any of those two platforms, rewatch it. Okay, because in that movie as well, there was pretty much Americans fighting against each other. Okay, you had men in all black. All right, that was a part of some militant group of some sort. Pretty much fighting the citizens. It says, appearing on Fox Business, Paul was asked, what is your reaction to the conviction? The senator responded that it is a sad day in America, adding, what I worry about is something even bigger than Donald Trump. I worry about strife. I worry about war in the streets. I worry about 50% of the public believing that the court system will be used against them. It says, I worry when half the country thinks they won't be treated fairly, what happens and how people react. Okay, now you got a lot of people backing this man Trump, okay, especially those Proud Boys, All right. And then all it takes is, say, for instance, for whatever reason, Trump, has a code, right? A code word or, a gesture of some sort, and pretty much giving them the green light. Hey, man, what's it going to be for these people out here, man? Okay, it's going to be dog eat dog, a dog eat dog world out here. Every man fending for himself, okay, trying to survive, right? And you think a lot of these, regular Joe Schmo civilians have any, experience when it comes to any kind of, firearm or hand-to-hand combat? None of that, man. So a lot of these civilians are just going to get mowed down, especially by these Proud Boys who are, utilizing their own blessing, okay? The guns, their weapons, turret guns that are attached to their, Ford trucks, all right? With caged windows, mowing people down in the streets. You think these people are going to be ready for that? No, man. The answer is no. All right. It says, Paul also pointed out how Hillary Clinton was treated completely differently when she was charged over her email server. If you look at records violations and you look at Hillary Clinton, $8 million expenses, and they slapped her on the wrist because she got an $8,000 fine. I think Donald Trump is the only person ever prosecuted for this particular crime. Paul further suggested, stating that there are probably thousands of cases of records violations in New York that never go to court. All right. And the reason why they're coming after Trump, because, hey, man, he's not a politician. OK, all these politicians, have all rubbed elbows at some point or another in their careers. All right. Whether it's going Harvard School of Law, whether it's going to Yale. OK, these Ivy League schools, Princeton, so on and so forth. Right. Being part of those the Skull and Bones, these people are all in it together, man. Okay, and you have somebody who, by popularity vote, won the election, okay, of 2016. Okay, and they've been trying to tarnish his reputation from the jump, because he's not a part of their clique. He's not a part of their club, sort of, if you will, right? So yeah, they're going to slap Hillary Clinton on the wrist because she's a part of that. She's a part of the club. They're going to slap a fine on her real quick, show so the public can see that, hey, we everybody can get it, but her fine compared to his is outrageous. Now we don't give a damn about who get fined or who don't, because they all evil. Because they all come from the same family, the same bloodline, the Edomites. So we really don't give a damn. Okay, but the point of the matter is, this division, okay, amongst Esau, all right, is only going to cause Esau to retaliate. Okay, even amongst his own people. Okay. All right. It says, as we highlighted earlier this week, former U.S. Attorney District of Utah, Brett L. Tolman, is adamant the judge Merchant will give Trump jail time. This judge has considerable power now. On July 11th, he has the power to take Trump forthwith. He can take him, put him into custody right then, and he can do it for whatever period of time. Warning that despite there being a range of sentencing, the rules are out the window. Who knows what this judge will do? I predict he will give him some jail time. I think he'll fine him. He'll give him a stern lecture, and then he'll happily plan his retirement and book a deal. All right. So, hey, that was pretty much it. And it was a straight and forward read. But, things like this, all right, is what's written in the scriptures, man. Okay. So real quick, I want to start in the book of Mark, the 3rd chapter, right? Mark chapter 3, and verse 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So you got one nation of people, all right, essentially fighting over, fighting each other for the sake of pride. Okay. But what does the scripture say about pride? Pride goeth before destruction. Okay. So this ultimately is a sign of the demise of Esau, man, the downfall of Esau, because here you have it. They're coming up against each other. Whereas on the right hand side, you got Jake. Okay. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American, you Israelites, the Heavenly Father's chosen people. Hey, we're coming together. Okay. Because we're coming into a time that we're awakening to the truth. All right. And that we are an oppressed people. Okay. So on the left hand side, they're fighting, causing division amongst themselves. But on the right, the Lord is gathering us, all right, through his spirit. Okay. It reads that in Isaiah chapter 8 and Salakia. I believe it's 16, but Isaiah 34 and 16, Salakia. And it reads, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read, no one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate, for my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. It has gathered who? Okay, the Israelites. Okay, Jacob. All right, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, all the way down from Issachar down, on to Ephraim on down to Issachar. Okay, both southern and northern kingdoms are coming together, being bound. Okay, on that one onto that one stick, right? This is what is it? Come on now. Salakia, bear with me. It's Ezekiel 37 and verse 15. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, moreover, the Son of Man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. Okay? They shall be one. They shall become one in thine hand. In other words, both southern and northern kingdom are coming together in these last days, right? All right. So yeah, man, this can easily trigger a reaction in the people. Okay. Especially in the Edomite community. All right. Where they pretty much, are going to battle and contest and fight against one another. But primarily their ultimate goal is to what? Is to get rid of Israel. Okay? Because they get a little bit of ammo to do as they will in terms of fighting, walking around with ARs and just it's going to get to a point where they're just going to start mowing everybody they see who's not a part of them, right? So let's get the book of Isaiah chapter 19 verse 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits and wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. Okay, and who do you foresee this fierce king? Okay, that will be ruling over Egypt. Could it be Trump? Right? Could it? Or could it be Klaus Schwab? Could it be Bill Gates? It doesn't matter. The point of the matter is Esau, okay, is going to be the one calling the shots, whomever that is. Okay? Let me get one more. Let's get the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Hit straight to the point. 2nd Ezra 15 and 12. I'll start at verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Okay, what we're witnessing is the foreshadowing of the punishment of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahawashi, okay, amongst our economy, all right, our so-called rulers and kings of Babylon, all right, these politicians, okay, these people that are in high positions calling the shots. You see, the Lord is punishing this place, okay, and then they're running around turning the finger and pointing back at one another, okay, but ultimately it's coming of the Lord. It says, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. And what does that resemble? Martial law, okay? Proud Boys coming together, banding together under some kind of union or some kind of force, all right, to pretty much, for them to collectively come together and just, have their way. Look at what's going down in Haiti, all right? You had this one, gang leader, okay, banding together with, the locals or the people of his gang, okay, and they pretty much have created their own military. They created their own government, essentially, okay? Hood politics, all right? And that's the same way that these Edomites are going to try to do in these last days. And this is something that's been brewing and that's been in the works for quite some time. Okay, because when that time comes, when that day comes, they'll question, most people will question, well, where do these people come from? Well, they've been preparing for this. They've been preparing for that specific thing, for that specific time. Okay? These devils know exactly what's about to happen. They're just waiting on the green light. They waiting on the thumbs up. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay? The course of their actions shall stand in their power, meaning they are pretty much going to have the control. Okay? The control to do as they please in terms of punishing people, deleting people, all right? Having their way, if you will, So this is only the beginning. All right. Now, yeah, we may sound like we're broken records. We repeat ourselves. We bring these things out of war and civil war and things of that nature. But that's the role of a prophet, man. Okay, that's the role of a servant of the Lord, is We will repeat ourselves time and time again until you get the picture. Okay? But we speculate through the spirit, all right, through discernment, and we see things for what they really are. Okay? And Trump could be the catalyst for civil war, okay, amongst these, Babylonians, right? So, Lord willing, that was pretty much it. Lord willing, it was an edifying lesson, okay? And so with that, I want to give our honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha HaKodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutations to the hopeful elect. And until next time, Shalom.